Hey guys, welcome to Atari Series 7. Today I'm reviewing this, which is the Gamerverse Avengers 4 action figure. So really cool, really blessed. I ordered this on Sunday and it arrived today. And I wasn't expecting that because it was saying Friday, so really cool. And yeah, so this is the new basic figure line they're doing for the video game, and this is the same line that they've done in previous years for some of their movies and some of their cartoons. And to be honest, I thought Hasbro was going to do away with this scale after Far From Home, just because typically Hasbro does kind of do that after big movies. They kind of jump scales, so I figured they would go down to like just a different action figure scale in general. I did not expect them to make these for the video game, and these are based on the video game. As you can see, they have the Gamerverse packaging, and over here we have the Avengers logo on top, then we have the Avengers logo here. I love all the characters on the side, and this side's a little bent in a little bit, but pretty neat. We got a nice crew view of him, and over here we have this side of the box which says iconic, implying that this version of 4 is either the main version of the game and what the name of his skin is. And I've seen a lot of people kind of curious about what this packaging side thing is, but on the side here, this is basically the name of the skin, and I think that's kind of cool because a lot of times when we see action figures based on video games, they try to display or like downplay the video game element, but Hasbro is really hyping it up here, and I like that. On this side we have some nice artwork of 4, and on the back we have the other characters in the wave, and here's the UPC. Now these currently are not available in stores in the United States, but you can get them online, but they are showing up in stores in other countries. So yeah, let's open this up. So here we have 4 from the game, and I definitely think the details on them look pretty good. I love how they've done the eyes and the eyebrows, and even the different paint for the beard as from his hair. So it just definitely looks more accurate. These aren't really based on the movie versions, but it's kind of weird how the video game is doing it. It's kind of like they're taking from the movies, but they're not really basing themselves off the movies. But regardless, I think the likeness here to the video game character looks very good. And on the back, I also like how the hair is molded. I think it looks pretty neat. You have this red cape here, and then you also have these little silver thingies that he has on his chest. Not really sure what the term for these are, but they definitely look cool. I also like the gold that he has on his little shoulder pads up here. And then over here you can see where his kind of like armor kind of lines up with the little buckles. And then on this side he also has some more of that gold Asgardian type plating. It has some nice detail on it. Also has those on the sides of his legs there with some little stitching detailing, and the boots, which are like a brownish, almost yellow. And I like how they kind of use this to give him like the yellow boots that he has in the comics, and again more of the straps. So that's pretty cool. And then there's the cape, and it does have a peg, but it's like pre-attached to him, so you can kind of stay in there a little bit better. And yeah. And as for accessories, you do get Mjolnir, which looks pretty cool. This is the video game version of it. It has these little straps going around it. It has the giant one there for him to hold. And then it's got this blocky design, but kind of weirdly enough, it has this little design where it cuts in the middle and has a circle here. I don't know if we've seen a Mjolnir like this in recent years, so this is kind of an interesting thing to give to the video game version of it. I think that's kind of cool, and he can hold it. And yeah, just all around looks pretty cool with it. Now in terms of articulation, you have 360 at the head. Mine is a little stiff, but it does rotate. You have 360 the arms, swing out the shoulder, bendability at the elbow, and a 360. And what they've done here is they've actually upgraded the articulation on these a little bit. Typically they just would have leg movement past this, but now they put them on a little hinge so their legs can swing out, and they've also given them knee articulation, which allows them to bend and rotate 360. And I don't think this was a necessity, but I definitely think it's something cool that they've added, and definitely it's kind of neat to have these a little bit more posable. Hasbro did a really good job with these on Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, and even with the Spider-Man movies. Most of their 6-inch lines were really good, so I love seeing this added to the video game type series. I think this is kind of cool. And if you look, like almost all of the characters they're doing in this series are characters that aren't getting released in the Legends series, even though these are a little bit smaller. Like they are making a Captain America and Iron Man and Miss Marvel, but they're variants to the main costumes and what we've seen with the Legends. It's almost like they're making these as little additions to allow you to get the different skins without have to pay such a huge price, and I do like that. And lastly, here's a comparison with the Avengers Infinity War 4 action figure, and I'm assuming if you want to swap out this Stormbreaker and give it to this 4, or vice versa with the Mjolnir, you could probably do that. And as you can see, they're about the same height. The Infinity War one might be a little bit taller, but honestly might just be because his leg is up a little bit. I don't know, kind of hard to tell. And then here's a comparison with the Endgame version of Captain America, and again, the Endgame figures look a little bit bigger. I know they were bigger than the Far From Home and Homecoming figures, but regardless, they do look good there. And then here's a comparison lastly with Thanos from Endgame. And yeah, they're all in about the same range. And I definitely think, you know, this looks good, and with these, like I said, Hasbro did a really good job with the Endgame ones last year, and Infinity War before that, and I think this 4-figure is pretty cool. I think it knocks it out of the park. It's a nice version of the video game one, and I love that they're doing this series. I think it's kind of cool. And thanks for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.